Hey YouTube, what's going on? In today's video we will be looking at a comparison between the Olight Obulb and the Wurkkos WK04. Now you may be wondering why we would be comparing these two lights. They may just be more similar than you realize. So let's take a look at both of these lights. Both come with a very easy user interface. For the Obulb, the button is right here on the bottom. You click it to turn it on, and as you can see it turns on with a low light mode, and if you hold down this button it rotates between high, red, blinking red, and back to low. So it's just that simple. And for the Wurkkos WK04, to turn it on we hold down the button, and then from here we can click the button once each time to cycle through brightness levels. So as you can see, we're rotating between low, medium, and high. But like the Obulb, it also has a red mode and a red blinking mode. And to access that, we're going to double click the button while on. Okay, and then we'll click it once more. And now we move to the blinking red light. And then back to solid. So both of these have very similar diffusers on them. Both of them have relatively easy user interfaces. Both of them are very kid-friendly. But they also have something about each of them that makes them very unique in their own way as well. And for the Obulb, other than the fact that it's obviously shaped as a bulb, it has a magnet on the bottom. Not only is this how you charge the light, but additionally this is a very good magnet because you can stick this to just about anything, and you then can use it on a wall or somewhere where you can just hang it up. Whereas with the Wurkkos, it does not have a magnet, so you can't just stick it somewhere and use the diffuser like that. But due to the shape, it's relatively easy to just find somewhere to stick it. It's small, wherever you need it, and to put the diffuser on. Now what the Wurkkos has instead of a magnet, let's go back into the red mode, and here we're going to double click. And now we go to its unique or its third mode, and that is an actual flashlight. And if you want to see this flashlight in more capabilities, you can actually watch my Wurkkos WK04 review that's been posted on my channel within the last month. But this actually has a good, strong flashlight that comes with it. So they both have their pros and cons, but both of these are very simple lights. Both of these are lights that I think that you could hand to a kid, and both of these are lights that are great for both indoor use and for something like camping or just something relatively light that you may be using it for. Now, what I want to focus on a bit more is the indoor side of things, and how for us in our home we have metal beads on the headboard of our bed. And so what's easy for us, because we have a toddler and we have a newborn baby as well, we just stick this right onto one of the metal beads that's on the top of the decoration of the headboard. And then in the middle of the night, when we need to care for either of the kids, we can just grab this Obulb, and instead of turning lights on in the house and making it really bright, you just turn this on, and you could put it in its low mode or put it into its red mode, either way. And so having that magnet on there makes it really easy. Another thing is that this is great in water. So our toddler, she likes to put this in her bathtub when she takes a bubble bath so that it lights up the bathtub. That's really cool for her. So the Wurkkos, though, it is also great because not only does it offer the same diffuser options as far as offering you a lantern with a low, medium, and red light mode, but additionally it gives you a flashlight. So it kind of depends on your preferences, but I think that these are really similar, and it just comes down to, do you prefer the magnet or do you prefer a flashlight? And like I said, that's a good flashlight, and as you can see, it's got a Fresnel lens on there as well, allowing a lot of output out of a very small package. So what I'd like to do now is show you a couple circumstances where we commonly use these lights, and you can see how well they do in indoor circumstances. One thing that's great about the combination of both the shape of the diffuser on the Obulb with the magnet is how it's not something that you just necessarily stick on a shelf up high where some of the light gets blocked. Whereas like in my situation right now where I have a shelf up here on my wall, well, I was just reading on the table right here in front of me, but I was finding it a little bit difficult to read the book. The lighting wasn't great, so I simply grabbed the Obulb, turned it on high, and I just stuck it right to the screw there. And it's so great because now that shape diffuses out even coming down from this angle pointing down, and it's also obviously sticks to just about anything. I mean, there's metal surfaces all over the place. Here's another example of how nice the combination of the diffuser shape with the magnet is. When I get up in the middle of the night and I need to use the restroom, I don't necessarily want to turn on the lights in the room. My eyes are still very sensitive. So I've got this metal around the light up here, and I just turn the Obulb on and stick it right to that, and then I can use the restroom and turn it back off and go to bed. And here's another benefit to the Obulb as well. Here's our baby changing station. And when we come out here in the middle of the night to change our baby, we don't want to blast her with a lot of light by turning on all the lights. So I can simply just stick this right here, like so, and we can get a little bit of light in the middle of the night that's not too much for the baby and not too much for us as well. Now here I want to show you a benefit to the WK04 over the Obulb. Although that magnetic bottom and the shape of the diffuser is really nice, that's not necessarily something you're going to fit comfortably in your pocket, nor where you'd really want to put that in your pocket. So I can come out here, let's say that I want to go out from my house into the Three Seasons room and over to our outdoor freezer to grab something in the middle of the night, which is honestly pretty common. So I can then turn on my diffuser, right? And I can just get across. I'm gonna actually flick that down to a lower light output here. So I can now get across the room without blinding myself in the middle of the night, without turning on all the lights and allowing all the neighbors to see me inside. I can just casually walk through here. But let's say that as I'm walking through here, I think I just saw something run across the room. You know, maybe I saw a mouse or something. I can now switch to my flashlight if need be in the middle of the moment. So this is where I think that this can get really beneficial to have the WK04 in certain circumstances. So both have their pros and cons to look at. Though this video is not intended to be an in-depth comparison breaking down every specification of these lights, hopefully it was able to allow you to see how useful both of these are and how both of them do share some similarities. I think what it comes down to, if you want the lantern features of the Obulb, but the ability to easily stick it in your pocket comfortably and to have a flashlight as well, go with the WK04. However, if you find that you're going to be using it around the house more, potentially sticking it on different areas to light up an area where you can just stick it to a magnetic surface, go with the Obulb. It all comes down to preference. Both of these lights are under $20. I want to say that the WK04 runs around $10 right now on the Wurkkos website. The Obulb I haven't checked in a little while, but I think it runs between $15 to $20. So if you can, just get both of them. I highly recommend them both. Thank you for watching this video.